2023 Toyota Tundra 1794. This is the King Ranch competition, y'all. We're taking it Covert Edition style in Wild Willies fashion. Going to test drive it and customize it. Let's go. Nice, isn't it? It's a 23 Tundra 1794. It's like their King Ranch. That's what we got. Yeah. Front camera with 360. Back up, even the quadrants on the 360 camera. Bed camera, digging that view. I actually did enjoy my time last night with this truck. Time for my daily commute back to work. This is a great truck, the one to take note of. I'm going to compare it to the F150 and then share with you some specs on it. Let's get after it at the dealership. What an unusual sight we have today. Toyota Tundra action here at Akins Ford. Dominated by Ford inventory. We're going to dive deep, compare these two beauties. This is a 1794 edition. It is very similar to a King Ranch, and we're going to take this to the next level with our Covert Edition package, which is similar to the carbonized gray I have behind me. You're going to get an unbiased review because I was a Chevrolet guy. I'm a Ford guy now, but I can appreciate everything that each automaker has to bring to the table, because at the end of the day, we're all consumers and we want what's best. And that means the most, because as each year comes, there's new offerings that make each of the manufacturers step up and deliver. First off, let's talk wheelbase. The F150 comes in at 145.4 inches long. The Tundra 145.7 inches. So you can see it's very similar. They're almost identical when it comes to that. The width, 79.9 on the F150 compared to 80.2 on the Tundra. So again, almost identical. Curb height, 77.1 on the F-150 and 78 on the Tundra. Again, almost identical. Some payload differences. The Toyota Tundra does around 1,600 pounds. In comparison, the F-150 can do over 3,000. So a distinct difference there. Towing on the Tundra tops out at 10,890 and the F-150 properly equipped 13,500. From an aesthetic standpoint, I am a big fan of these taillights. These taillights on the Tundra look very modern. The LEDs are so bright. The tailgate has a new design as well, and the inlay on the Tundra on this 1794 King Ranch style rendition. In comparison, this is not a true comparison because this is not a King Ranch yet. I'll show you one of those coming soon. The new design taillights on the F-150, in comparison, they both look more modern and crisp, and the tailgate out back too with some more sharper edges on the F-150. The F-150 tailgate to me just looks broader overall. It looks wider and more substantial. This has more of a bubble look to it, but I am not mad about either one of them. They both look amazing. I gotta show you this cool feature right on the side. Push the button, tailgate folds down. How cool is that? The Tundra has their composite style bed liner in the back, and I love the whole rear glass slides down on the Tundra. That's a game changer, and compared to the fixed one here, and our Akins liner definitely to me is still superior. Grille design, the Tundra definitely looks more substantial. How the grille just kind of goes from top to bottom. You have a definite break there as far as the looks. On either of these, even when you come next door, the most comparable what we have here currently is this Lariat. So you can see definitely the grille looks smaller, not as big and substantial as the Tundra grille overall, but still you have new headlight, bumper, and grille design on the front end of the 24 F-150. But I am a big fan of this Tundra front end. It is a game changer, and the daytime running lights on the Tundra look amazing too. Under the hood, comparing the twin turbo offerings on the F-150 and the Tundra, both are quite substantial. The F-150 pumps out 400 horsepower, 500 pound-feet of torque. It definitely is very impressive. Took it home, showed the wife, spent some time with this because it's important to me to know what our competitors do, and this truck has done nothing but impress me, especially when I show you the inside. But 389 horsepower and 479 pound-feet of torque. So the power is so comparable, but it's just not quite what it is on the F-150. And driving the Tundra yesterday, I definitely did not feel as planted overall while driving. My initial thoughts after putting 40 miles on the Tundra yesterday were, I feel that like the F-150 just drives and feels more substantial. You just feel like in the F-150 that you can do more out of it, if that makes sense. The Tundra to me felt more ergonomically fit for just a everyday driver, vacation vehicle, comfort inspired vehicle, where the 150 definitely has some comfort aspect to it as well. The F-150 also presents that I can get the job done type feel. Even though the Tundra is very capable, I hope this makes sense, but this was just more of a transportation mode, where the F-150 to me feels like a transportation and work mode vehicle. And that's no knock on the Tundra in general, because it definitely is a very polished vehicle inside and out, fit and finish, and how well it did drive. Although I felt the F-150 handled slightly better overall, and I felt more chatter in the rear out of this one. But we are about to take this Tundra and go next level with our Covert Edition package, and you can see it's not a fair comparison, because this one, we got it on trade-in, and it already is leveled on 285 65 20s BFG KO2, so it is sitting nice and leveled. This in the stock form is definitely front side heavy, just like the 150s. Time for the inside. The 1794 edition is a great homage to a Toyota plant that now sits on top of a ranch that was created in 1794. So a ranch that is now a Toyota plant where these vehicles are assembled. A great tribute for a country-inspired luxury truck. To me, this is a real big separator. A big change overall. I love this 14-inch touchscreen and the country-inspired interior. The seats are super comfortable. I was very impressed overall, and I definitely prefer this center console, how it's laid out. You've got storage here in this portion. This slides back for more storage, and the armrests are very comfortable and supportive. Your four-wheel drive modes are right here at the touch of a button. Twist out, and the shifter feels incredible. And on the Ford vehicles, this area here is low and sideways and very hard to maneuver and access. This is a great upright way to charge your phone and access it. 1794 tributes all around. We got a full panoramic moonroof, very comfy and spacious rear seats as well. Now, as far as spec wise, oh, it just feels great in here. Let's go ahead and crank this bad boy up. Toyota has you beat on a 14-inch screen versus the 12-inch screen, and just their tried and true way they have their buttons and everything set up right there with a convenient one touch are very Toyota-esque, if you know what I mean. In the vehicle, feels very spacious. It doesn't feel as wide as the F-150 on the inside for some reason. The gauge cluster is incredible. I love the way the steering wheel feels overall, and everything's easy to access and not confusing at all. I'm impressed with the interior. Compared to the F-150, I'm still going to resonate and slide over to the 150 segment just because of everything. I feel like it's more well-rounded, can do more with my busy lifestyle that I have. But this is a major player, and I hope we make you proud in showcasing at the end of this video our finished product of our latest Covert Edition Toyota Tundra. Interior wise, headroom on the F-150, you have 40.8 in the front and 40.4 in the rear, and on the Tundra you got 39.3 to 36.9. So you do have less headroom in the rear, quite a good bit, about 3 inches in comparison to the F-150. Legroom is the separator to me. In the F-150, 43.9 versus 41.2, and then the rear is where it really shines. You know the F-150 has class-leading second row legroom at 43.6 compared to 41.6. It's only 2 inches, but it definitely makes a difference, y'all. It just does. You can see it and also feel it that the F-150 compared to any other half-ton truck has the best balance of bed space, second row legroom, and front space as well. Weight is another factor. 5,800 pounds compared to 5,096. I can feel that as far as sportiness and handling and agility. Now, we talked about the payload differences and the torque to go along with it. Overall, would I buy this truck? Absolutely. Would I daily drive it? Yes. Would I work out of it? Absolutely. This is a truck to take note of. And of course, you know that the Toyota consumers and even people that are synonymous with Ford say Toyotas, they'll last forever. They've got that mantra that a Toyota truck just is so reliable as far as the engine composition and build quality, which that is a true statement. But the only problem to me was the technology as far as electronics, fit and finish of the interior, and overall appearance and luxury vibe. They definitely have changed my mind on that, because this gauge cluster and the way everything is laid out and this infotainment here is impressive to me. A Raptor style running board that looks like it has a bedliner material on it. I mean, I'm getting like a half a foot on there on my size 12 basketball shoes today, but the Ford board sticks out slightly more. It's not a lot, but just a few inches. But even this board protrudes out to where I can get my foot on it a little more confidently, but a power board on both of these is a must. There is not a V8 option on the Tundra. That's a negative to me, as all the manufacturers are getting away from the V8 power plants. I still want to be tried and true American muscle V8. And Toyota has their TRD Pro, which I hope to get my hands on very soon and do a live comparison between that and the F150 and Raptor and Chevrolet performance off-road truck. So stay tuned for more. Now we're about to take this to the shop, elevate this even more. The level kit is coming off. We're going 3-inch lift, 35s on 20s for a epic Covert edition rendition. Let's go. And the after gives us a worthy opponent to the F150 Covert. TIS 563 BS 20x9 plus 18 makes it happen. 1794 Covert edition, our first Tundra Covert edition. And I hope you've enjoyed the video so far as the comparison, specs, and more. Now look at what you think about this 3-inch ready lift lifted on 35s. Now right next door, a good comparison. This is a 2-inch level kit on 295 60/20. So we are 2-inch leveled on 34s versus 3-inch lifted on 35s. Both are Covert because they're below a 4-inch lift or level kit overall, and it looks amazing to me. We got a new wheel from TIS, wanted to showcase this one, and I love the finish because obviously black would be predictable, but black will not flow with this at all because we've got chrome and gray accents throughout. A little bit of black inside the headlights, but wanted to showcase the brushed aluminum and chrome look that this one accentuates. And we got Toyo Open Country AT3s looking amazing. 35, 12.5, 20. We were debating go 18, but it's like it already came with a 20. We just want to stick with what we know, showcase this more mature wheel. When you go bigger on the wheel spoke design overall, it definitely displays the more features of the wheel, and I really do like this. It's kind of a street vibe with a simulated beadlock. It's got a unique look to it as well. And TIS stands for 20 inches strong. They've got some new wheels coming that we're excited about, and love our guy Miles Kovacs and the partnership we've got going on with him and all of our great wheel manufacturers, but most specifically just showcasing this new wheel from TIS. In plus 18, we're just sticking out about 1.5 inches, so our stance has been improved to me as far as handling and overall just that bulldog look that you get out of this vehicle. And as I showed you earlier, the inside of this truck looks amazing with updated technology that was much needed. It's been a long time since the Tundra has really thrown us any upgrades as far as electronics or fit and finish on the interior. So it really is a competitor now with the F150. But in summary, you know that I still believe that this is the best truck as far as jack of all trades from a towing standpoint. Overall interior is slightly bigger, even though that is a direct competitor to the King Ranch, and it does a phenomenal job of that. Powered are very comparable too as far as the specs on it. Just I love the automotive industry continuing to elevate and push the envelope about delivering quality trucks in every segment, small truck, half ton, 3/4 ton, and more. And the F-150 is here to compete, and we got some competition, y'all. But look, the biggest thing I want to showcase and make my point here before we end this video is any make or model, and Mr. Akins has allowed us to do that here at Akins and Wild Willies, getting these used vehicles in that are diamonds and elevate them with our great packages, Covert, Everest, and more. So Covert edition, 3-inch, lifted, leveled, 35s, 20s, roll with it. I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Anything auto, you come see us right here in Winder, Georgia. Wild Willies, custom accessories for everything auto. Let's go.